5th, 2026. This is Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio, 96.1 FM, 1450 AM. We've got a full house today, but don't call me Joey Gladstone. Corey Price for Trivia Thursday just took his first bite of some chili. Stephen Peak here. Oh, your chili is totally messy. You're going to need some napkins just on the side there. And we've got producer Matt Childress in studio, and I am TJ Walker, and this is Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio. It is a chilly day, so I brought the guys some chili.
Thank you, TJ.
Although producer Matt asked for some chicken noodle soup, which I am getting sick. I'm not sick right now. Hopefully you all are far enough away. But the cold is coming on. I feel it in my throat and in my chest. But I'll be fine today. I'll get through the show tomorrow, and we will survive and advance as the Kentucky Wildcats do against Oklahoma, 94-78, a big-time win for the Kentucky Wildcats. It was a late night for really all of us. Peak probably the latest, having to drive back from Lexington. I did the post-game show, which was a good time. It was just fun talking about that game. It was a fun game. It really was. And then Corey Price just getting shout-outs on ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
Our celebrity here. Corey, you're the man, dude. Look at your come-up. A lot of people are saying ever since you came on Kentucky Roll Call, you've really grown.
I mean, honestly.
I'm kidding.
No, I mean, honestly, since then, it's been nothing but up. You're right.
No, we got you on the show because you were already just Mr. Statistician and one of BBN's favorite Twitter followers. And who was it? Tom Hart?
Tom Hart.
Yeah, I love that crew last night. I could maybe do Peak's going to get mad at me. I could probably do with like a few less inside KSR jokes just because I don't get them. That's it. I just don't get them. He was talking about like the key entry thing. But that being said, that is more fun than any other broadcast crew you're going to get. At least they try. At least they try to connect with their listeners or their followers. Right. The only thing is if you're not in on the joke, you're like, well, what are they talking about? Great game last night. Good broadcast. Love Corey getting the shout out. Producer Matt, how are you? You're 3 days away from the Patriots playing in the Super Bowl.
I'm more and more excited each and every day. I'm more happy now that I have chicken noodle soup in front of me, which I wasn't expecting. I had actually never even heard of the place that you said you were going.
It makes me sad.
So I was like, yeah.
We talked about this on the air before,
one.
TJ, I think. Kearns.
Yes, we have.
Chili, yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't give this to me for free, and that's okay because it's so good. I'm all right paying for it. But, yes, we love Kearns. I'm a huge Kearns fan. I'll eat their chili on a 95-degree day. I've done it several times. But on a day like today, I don't know, not feeling 100%, tired, long night. I just like, get me some chili to push me through today, and it'll do just that. And if I'm there, I'm going to obviously ask the fellows if they want anything. And I'm happy that you all did. I'm glad that you did. You get to experience a little bit of a spicy chili. And then producer Matt has himself some chicken noodle poop, which is always a good time. If you'd like to text into the Gameday Men's Health text line, 502-414-1450, the best way to get in touch with the show. Stephen Peak, I've gotten some DMs about this before. They want this to be a segment. We're not going to make it a segment, although I guess maybe we will. What time did you go to bed last night?
Let's see. That was about 4 o'clock.
Wow. That is insane. That is just insane. What time did you get home?
A little after 3. Yeah. It was a long night. Those 9 o'clock tip-offs.
It's insane.
Yeah. Do we have any more of those?
3 o'clock? Yeah, actually.
Cool.
8:30 on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think there's maybe one more 9 o'clock game after that or 2 more 9 o'clock games after that. But we're done with Wednesday games. That's it. No more Wednesday games, for better or for worse.
Yeah, that's good. When I left, Jack Pilgrim was still there. So usually I'll get home and I'll see him put out his final tweet. So I was about halfway home. So he still had to drive to Shelbyville. So he may have gotten home later than I did.
Shorter drive, though.
Yeah, about 20 minutes shorter.
Lucky Jack. What are you all doing so late?
Well, we just like to hang out in Rupp Arena.
Eat the popcorn?
Yeah. No, just doing everything, trying to get it all done, trying to get all the reels and the TikToks done and the post games.
Just keeps going and going, right?
Yeah, we run into like one technical issue almost every day too. So,
Corey, what were you doing when you heard the shout out on ESPN2?
I was watching at my house, and I honestly I couldn't believe it. And then of course I get a ton of texts from people. It was my phone was blowing up, but
that's awesome. It's a good
Tom's,
feeling, right?
Yeah, Tom's the best. So yeah.
Does he follow you?
He does. Yes.
Well, that's great too. Yeah. So I actually was like kind of starting the process of getting the post-game show set up. Did it from home yesterday with it being an 11:15, 11:30 start. started to get the post-game show set up from home. But I was still in the room with the wife watching the game. She was like, "Did you just hear that Corey Price shout-out?" And I was like, "Babe, I would have heard a Corey Price shout-out. I didn't hear a Corey Price shout-out." She said, "Rewind it. They literally just said Corey Price." And so I rewound it. Sure enough, he's talking about his arrest record. Tom Hart got arrested, I guess, 26 years ago. Corey, what'd you find on it?
I didn't look.
What?
That type of.
Give me my chili back.
Well, it's gone.
Give me my chili back. Actually, have more if you want more, by the way.
Arrest records isn't my forte, so.
He was asking for you to do it. He
know.
wants it out there. What do you think it was? Like a simple B&E?
I don't.
B&E.
Bacon and O?
He was a guest host on KSR several years ago, and I think he brought it up. I think some of his college friends, went to Mexico or something and did something, but I'm not. I don't remember the exact details.
He got arrested in Mexico?
That doesn't count.
Oh man,
Can't get arrested on foreign lands.
right? Yeah, correct.
Or stolen lands. Excuse me. Yeah, can't get arrested on stolen lands.
Stolen lands, yes. So I don't know the details, but it might.
Can't get my bracket busted on stolen lands.
No. It might.
Can't
be
lose Super Bowl bets on
reference-
stolen lands.
It's true. Can you do anything on stolen lands?
Don't have to pay bridge tolls on stolen lands. That's
Why are
what
we
I
paying
say.
taxes on stolen land?
Don't need to pay taxes on stolen land.
I
We all live with Billie Eilish on stolen land.
it's very true. Yes.
Anyway, sorry, I digress. Well, it was cool to hear that. I do think you need to find out what he got arrested for. Did you all ever watch Campus PD back in the day? I think it was like 15 years ago that show was rolling. And then they took it off the air like they did Cops and stuff like that because they were like, "Oh, this is wrong. This is bad." Campus PD was one of the funniest shows of all time. And Campus PD, it was like Cops, but it was the Campus PD. So
Yeah.
most of the time it was just drunk college students doing stupid drunk college things. And they'd have like a certain set of cities that they'd go to similar to Cops. They were always in Spokane at Gonzaga, which was funny. They were at Cincinnati. Cincinnati had one of the meanest cops ever. She was like a celebrity, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Like she would be featured in the episodes about just how mean she was. And then they'd go to Cancun and they'd follow the police department in Cancun as they were arresting Americans, probably similar to the Tom Hart situation.
Probably, yeah.
And it was just made for TV. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I almost feel bad for
I'm
you.
looking it up right now because I didn't watch it.
The poor Mexican police would arrest these Americans and be like, you need, in broken English, being like, you need to pay a fine. You're going to be here overnight. We're going to arrest you. This would be like here on the beach. At the beach where there'd be somebody publicly intoxicated. They'd be like, we're going to take you away to the jail. And these Americans would just be like, no, you're not. And these cops would be like, okay, I guess we're not. Like they would stand down when an American would just be like, no, you're not going to take me to jail. Sometimes they'd get them to jail and all they'd have to do is just pay money and they just get right back out. It didn't seem like the best legal system that I've ever seen, but what do I know? Campus PD, great show if you've ever seen it. Kentucky 94, Oklahoma 78. The Sooners get it to an 8-point game with what, about 3:15 to play, 3:20 to play?
Yes.
What are y'all feeling in that moment?
I felt like we were having flashbacks to the SEC tournament. I was like, let's don't do anything stupid here and make this a game. And they pushed it right back up to 16 and allowed me to breathe easy. It was nice, TJ, to have a Kentucky basketball win again where you're not sweating out the final 30, 40 seconds needing a big bucket or a big stop. And so, yeah, I was, all things considered, I was pretty impressed by how Kentucky played yesterday. If you can get that kind of production out of, just a fraction of that production out of Brandon Garrison, that changes how I feel about this team. He made some of the scoring look easy. Backing his man down, just turned a little easy jump hook. He was, it's his first double-double in a Kentucky uniform, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Somebody predicted a double-double last night or yesterday. It was me, but it was
Wasn't me.
for Malachi Marino.
I was going to say, I was like, did you really pick? Okay.
No, it was Malachi Marino. I did say,
Well, that's
to finish the show yesterday, I said some 5 is going to get a double-double. No, I said Malachi Marino is going to get a double-double. It was the other 5, unfortunately, who got a double-double. I agree with you. He looked like McDonald's All-American Brandon Garrison yesterday.
Yep.
We haven't seen that Brandon Garrison this season. I think we saw that Brandon Garrison last season a couple times, including against Oklahoma.
Yeah, he loves playing against them.
Yeah.
He looked all right in the Indiana game, and that's really the only
Yeah,
time
true.
this season where Brandon has I mean, he's had some moments in games, but from start to finish, that's the only other game he's played this year that is on that level. But last night, he was on a totally different level. 20 and 11. Did you like him getting his 19th and 20th point there at the end?
I didn't care about that. If you don't want him to score, then stop it.
True.
And if you're really, really mad about it, then fight us. Right? Like, if you're really, really mad about it, if that really, really makes you sad that a team scored in garbage time against you, then fight us. Then just go ahead and throw fists. They didn't do it, so they weren't that mad about it. Get over it. If you don't want teams to score on you late, then stop it.
Are we done with that?
What?
Like, that used to be so common that you would just run the clock out, even on a fast break at the end of the game. Instead of taking the dunk, guys would just back it up. Are we done with that? Can we just play the game until the clock goes to
I
zero?
still think it's like, it's taboo to do that. And I think Pope apologized for
He did
him
immediately.
Yeah, he needs to stop doing that. If you don't want somebody to score, then get somebody back on defense to stop a basket.
Yeah.
And I don't know, do you play till 39 minutes? Do you play till 38:30 left on the clock?
Yeah.
Or do you play a full 40 minutes? And could Brandon Garrison have just pulled that out? He doesn't know if he's going to get to play against Oklahoma again. Go ahead and put that bad boy in. Put a statement on an incredible Brandon Garrison game. Had no issue with it. If I was an Oklahoma basketball fan, I don't think that would be my biggest problem with last night. And if it is, then that probably explains why you're an Oklahoma basketball fan.
Right on.
Yeah. So great game for him. I love it. I totally agree. If you can just that was kind of the big theme on the post-game show last night was he is the backup five. Malachi Marino didn't have his best game last night, but when Brandon Garrison's playing so well, who cares, right?
Yeah.
You get production out of the five, that's all you ask for. If you can get, Malachi Marino keeps improving. He is one of the better fives in the SEC, and I truly believe that. And then that Brandon Garrison is your backup, the whole dynamics of the front court change the way that we look at it. Now, the only thing is, let's put together 2 or 3 good games, Brandon Garrison, right? This is an outlier. It seems like an outlier, but he was so locked in. If he can do that on one night, you can do it every night. If you just convince yourself it's a big game and you can't take off a possession and you need to play with that energy. 7 of 8 from the field. A perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
That.
Led the game with 11 rebounds. 4 more rebounds than second. That's insane. You're not going to see that in too many games unless Oscar Sheboy is playing. Yeah. That the second rebounder is 4 rebounds off the leader. He was awesome. He was great. Yeah, 3 assists too. I think both bigs.
And a technical.
Well, we love that. I think, that was the fake stat going around that UK's 9-0 when he gets a technical or flagrant foul.
But
the guy who came out was just like, totally made that up.
Yeah, but
totally made it up.
They are,
I think 5-0 or 4-0.
Yeah, I think they were 4-0 going into last night. So there you go, 5-0. He got it with 1 point something seconds left.
I say we just keep making up the number. UK is 18-0 when Brandon Garrison has a
never lost.
I think we're undefeated when his son is at the game. I believe.
I think Peak did a big feature on it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then last night it was cool following him around, and he goes up to Akari and gives him a hug and high five, and his mom is there. What a great game for them to be at. It was fun doing that story and getting to hear his mom. We never really get to hear from the parents whose sons are struggling.
Yeah.
And so that was an interesting perspective. And of course, with that story that Tyler did, kind of wrapped it up with that Indiana game. Well, this was the best game he's played in a Kentucky uniform. So, it's funny because TJ, we were just talking like not that long ago about what was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday. I don't know, or last week. About who we want to bring back on this team.
Yeah, we talked about that with Jacob Polachek.
Yeah, and I did it again. It's all right. Speaking of which, I just got to tell you real fast. He was going around to everybody in Rupp Arena last night to show everyone his new table. So he goes up to Dennis Johnson. Like first thing he does with Dennis Johnson, he goes, "Oh, I gotta show you something." Pulls his phone out. What do you think about my new table?
Dennis Johnson, Jasper Johnson's father.
Yes. That was the first thing his first interaction with him was
everything okay with Jacob?
Yeah, I think he's okay.
Everything okay with Jacob Polachek?
He sticks to
it was a very normal table. There was nothing special about that table. I can't say to him because he's not here, but I mean, it was just a very he texted you about it. He texted me. We don't even text, and he texted me about this table. Did you get a text about it?
I don't have his number, so
Okay, well, that's probably a good thing.
Would you like his number?
No,
Let's put that on the air real fast.
He'll text you about the tape. He'll text everybody about the
502-555.
But yeah, so like I don't even know where I was going with this, TJ. I got sidetracked with the Jacob Polachek.
Well, he was wearing his new hoodie.
Oh yeah, yes he was. It was still didn't throw it in any
Dryer
washer.
Kind of wrinkly.
Yeah.
Did he mention that he got it from me?
Yeah, I think he was telling people about it.
Did he find the note in the hood?
No. Did you leave him a note? No. So he had his new hoodie on, showing off his new table. It was a big night for Jacob, but a bigger night for Brandon Garrison. And I'm super proud of Brandon. And also, I mean, I don't know. We don't even pretend to be, we don't pretend to be impartial, right? I'm pretty proud of what this coaching staff, what Mark Pope has done. I put out a tweet last night that was just a screenshot from the LSU game with 1.6 seconds left and Colin Chandler's inbounding the ball. At that moment, Kentucky very easily, I mean, without a miracle, they're 1-3 in the SEC. With the loss to two of the teams that they Missouri at home, LSU on the road, two games you had to have. And now you're 7-3. You're playing a very meaningful game on Saturday, which if you win, you'll find yourself the following Saturday in Gainesville, February on Valentine's Day, with a chance to take over first place in the SEC.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There's 8 games left, and you're in the hunt for an SEC title. So, I mean, just what a flip from what this could have gone into. I mean, I will say this is not at all what we wanted or what we expected, but I got to give Mark Pope and this coaching staff and these players for at least keeping the train on the tracks and not having this just completely derail.
It could have, and I remember I talked about it on the post-game show last night. I had said after that Missouri game, I was pretty furious. You don't blow an 8-point, 4-minute lead against Missouri, who had never won at Rupp Arena before. You just don't blow that game, especially with the season that you've been having. I didn't like that they didn't play JQ in the final 9 minutes of that game. People disagree with me on that, and I'm okay with that. But my talking point was this is, at that point, a disaster of a season. You're 0-2 in SEC play. You've been blown out several times. You've just now handed Missouri their first ever win at Rupp Arena. This is a disaster. But I said the good news for Mark Pope is you have 16 more SEC games. You have a lot of season left. Yep. Figure it out. And if you don't, this will only get louder. And if you do, this Kentucky fan base, I can't speak for everybody, obviously, but we're not too proud. We just want Kentucky to win. We want it to look good when they win, but we just want the scoreboard to be in Kentucky's favor at the end of the game, and that's all we care about. That's really all we care about. And to Mark Pope's credit, since then, it's been all winning with an exception of a stinker at Vanderbilt, and it's been a lot more fun. You have a lot more optimism for the future. Stephen Peake's exactly right. They are in the SEC race. I'll go ahead and say it now with, 8 games left in SEC play. If you're not a top 4 seed, that's going to be pretty disappointing. If you don't start your SEC tournament journey on Friday, which we're totally used to, that's the norm for Kentucky basketball, that will be disappointing. But exactly right, Peake. To Mark Pope's credit, they've gotten them in this position. They've got the fan base back on board. And Saturday night at Rupp with the denim uniforms. And you have to remember, it's not about the denim, Corey Price. It's about what's in them.
In them, that's right.
And if they win that game on Saturday, I really do feel like this fan base is going to be back to similar November vibes of, all right, we don't think we're going to maybe win the national championship, but we're here. We can win the SEC. We can make it to the second weekend in March, maybe even further. It's going to get the fan base just totally, completely back on board. And I think the majority already is.
Yeah, I think that atmosphere that you're going to see Saturday in Rupp is going to be electric. We really haven't had this season really great home environments. I mean, it's been fun. I'm not criticizing the Rupp Arena crowd or anything, but it's just we haven't really had this a build up for a huge game in Rupp yet this year.
You don't think Indiana was like that? I mean, Kentucky was playing so poorly going into that game.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Even North Carolina wasn't really like that. It being a weekday game. What's the biggest game they played on a weekend there? Because Indiana, I think, was that a Friday night? Maybe it was Saturday. Okay, so maybe that was it. That was probably it. But this obvious. This Tennessee game is obviously massive for a number of reasons. But to your point, TJ, it's massive for keeping this momentum and the fan base going and taking that, because it would be so great when you have a week off. When you have a week off off of a win,
Yeah.
you almost get to like enjoy that win a few more days longer. Off of a loss, you just are anxious to get to that next game so you can try to get back to winning. So I think the atmosphere on Saturday night is going to be one of the best that we've seen in the last couple of seasons. And for what's on the line, but also a chance to sweep Tennessee again.
It'll be great.
Glorious.
That'll be fun. It'll be a great atmosphere. If you win, Lexington will just be popping on Saturday night, and the UK fan base will be pumping their chest out a little bit, which we certainly deserve. We're going to play some trivia with Corey Price after this commercial break. This is Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio. We're back after this. So it is trivia time in the bluegrass. But the big dog, Vince Marrow's U of L wall around the state has been infiltrated because breaking news, Pulaski County lineman Brady Hull has committed to Kentucky. The 3-star says, I believe in them. I know they believe in me. We're going to get this thing rolling. So big commitment for Will Stein. The football staff excited about that one. You win in the trenches, so you get a coveted offensive lineman commit. We're cool with that. This is like a normal high schooler committing to UK, so you probably don't really think about him in the big picture for 2 to 3, maybe even more years. But when you get transfer portal players, you're normally like, all right, what can they do for me right away? This is just a good old-fashioned high school commitment and should help Kentucky down the road. So that's some breaking news. Brady Hull from Pulaski County commits to the Cats. First reported by Rivals and Jacob Polachek.
There you go.
There we go.
Jinx.
You got to remember it because we used to have birds named Polly and Peck. So Polycheck. One was named Polly because it was just a sweet little Polly bird and was awesome.
Wants a cracker.
And then the other one was named Peck, and you're not going to know why. But believe it or not, anytime you touched it, it would peck your hand.
Yep.
It was an ass. It was a jerk of a bird.
It was actually probably its beak, not its ass, but yeah.
Did you see where
Beak, you're right about that.
Steve Wilfong predicted Seneca Driver to Kentucky?
Oh, now that'd be big.
4-star tight end. Is it the number 1 player in Kentucky?
He might be. He's one of the top tight ends in the country too, I believe.
Yeah, that'd be a big deal. Boyle County. Danville product.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like that. That would be huge. He's got offers from Alabama and Auburn and a lot of big boys out there in
Who
the
wouldn't
SEC.
want to play for Will Stein?
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Couldn't agree more.
I did the Chuck Oliver show today. I think like 2 years ago, Roush was like, "Hey, I'm busy, but ask my co-host TJ." So like once every 6 months, I get asked to go on the Chuck Oliver show, clearly as a backup option. And I tell you what, though, that's just like a football day-to-day show. They just talk SEC college football every single day. So here I am in basketball mode, and they're asking me all these Will Stein questions. But I will just say this. The sentiment nationally is like, don't take your eyes off Will Stein. This guy's he's got to do something. Maybe not year one, but this guy he's got a good pedigree. And I couldn't agree more. So going to be a fun football season. They keep rocking and rolling. We're going to roll into Kentucky Roll Call Trivia. It's trivia time in the bluegrass. Take it away, Corey Price.
Thank you. Oh.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Well
Yeah.
done, Matt.
Good job, Matt.
Music. Start off with February 5th birthdays. First up, New York Giants running back Cam Scattaboo.
Well, he was in college. This was his rookie year. You got to think like he was 22 in college. So he's probably 23, 24. Everybody's a little bit older these days. Not impossible he's turning 25. But I'll say that today he is 24. But I do think, I don't know. Maybe he's 23 today.
Do you want me? Well, 20. We got 3 guesses.
We do have 3 guesses.
I'll do 25. You do 24.
I'm tempted for you to go. I think 24 may be the height of it. I don't think he's turning 22 today, right?
So 23, 24, 25, right?
Because he was a senior at Arizona State, right?
Yeah, and he had been a couple places, I think, too. He'd done the.
So he'd have to at least be like if he was a senior, he had to at least graduate at 22. That's the bare minimum.
Yeah, so 23, 24, 25. Is that what Peak said we want to do? I'm cool with that.
I'm fine with that.
All right, 23, 24, 25.
TJ, he's 24 today.
All right.
So when the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
Some chili to celebrate.
One of my favorites from my time at UK, former UK men's basketball player Ramel Smooth Bradley.
Ooh, on the pregame show yesterday
Throw up
also.
the rock. That's right, TJ. Throw
Was
up
he
the
part of
rock.
the Illuminati?
Yes,
I think
he
so.
was.
Is that why you did that?
He started it, I think.
Ramel Bradley on like a really good UK team, obviously just would have been a bench player, but in that state of Kentucky basketball, he was a lot of fun. I like Ramel Bradley. I really
Ramel
did,
was
but
great. His freshman year with that Patrick Sparks team in 2005 that lost, I think, in
The
the.
stare down with Mr. Bogut.
Yep, I was at that
Yeah.
game. That was
You were there?
awesome. I was
Awesome.
there.
Oh, that's
a good
Austin,
one.
Texas. Austin,
I'm telling you,
Massachusetts.
if I talked with Ramel Bradley about this, do you remember in the Michigan State game, he gets hit at half court on like a loose ball or something. He got fouled. he's going to go to the free throw line to give Kentucky the lead, but he's hurt, and they had to take him out of the game. They put in Patrick Sparks, who you would think, and he missed the front end of the bonus. So if Ramel
I don't remember that.
could have got those free throws off, he said I was going to make them. I was like, I know you would, because he was not scared of the moment. Like, he was, I feel like Ramel was one of those guys who just didn't get nervous.
No, I loved Ramel's attitude. I just think, he always played above his talent level, which I respect the hell out of that. I just think his talent ceiling was lower than most Kentucky guards, and even including Joe Crawford. But I think people remember Ramel Bradley a bit more fondly than Joe.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So his last year was what, 07 or 08?
It was Gillespie's first year.
So 07.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Wait. 07, 08, 08, 09 were the Gillespie.
Okay, you're right. So 07, 08 was his last year.
Yes.
08, 09 was Gillespie's last year.
So how long?
You're right.
So 22 years old in 08.
22 and 08. Add the 16 years to 22 should make him 38. Yeah, that makes sense. He's about 4 or 5 years older than me. I'll say 38, but I think 37 and 39 are decent guesses as well.
Okay, well, we'll go with all three of those then.
Okay, I don't want to guess for people. Producer Matt, I don't want to put
That's
words.
fine with me. You guys have
Do you know who Ramel Bradley is? Have you ever heard that name before?
no shot.
Okay.
Breaks my heart. He's actually 41 today.
What?
Your math.
Oh,
is
math was 18.
18.
8, 16
Not-
years. It's
not
2026. 2008 plus 18. Yeah, I thought
Wait,
of
no,
that.
we did 2008
to
plus
2026.
16.
Well, plus
Or
18.
plus 18.
Yeah,
But you did plus
plus
16.
Yeah.
Not plus
I
18.
should have corrected you. That's my bad. I heard that, and I was like
2020. I've got to get this figured out in my head. So go to the next question. I'm going to think about this. 2022 and 2008. It has since 2008.
You're not doing it in your head, I'll
has
tell you
been
that.
8 years. Oh, 40. So I should have said 40.
Well, you
Still
did-
would have been off, but
Yeah.
we would have done 40, 41, 39.
right. Or maybe. Who knows?
Although, admittedly, I didn't think that he was like 8 years older than me or 7 years older than me. All right. Anyway,
Sounds
sorry.
nice.
That's on me. That's
Sorry.
on me.
Next, actor and director Christopher Guest.
man, what is Christopher Guest in?
This is
What?
Spinal Tap.
No.
He just said no.
Spinal Tap. That's the first thing you say.
This is
Spinal Tap. What the hell is Spinal Tap?
One of the greatest films of all time.
Is it really?
It is.
Greatest
Is it really?
films of all time.
It's one of the funniest films of all time.
Never even heard of it.
I
I've never heard of it.
I have heard of Spinal Tap, but I've never seen it.
Well, it's
Say about
it's
1984.
Technically,
Is it this is Spinal Tap?
This is Spinal Tap.
Is it
technically.
better than Spaceballs?
There's a lot of movies.
Guys, it has a
Baseball.
98% on Rotten
Tell you,
Tomatoes.
man. It's good stuff.
What is it, like the
If
Melania
you've
movie?
seen this movie, text it into the Gameday Men's Health text line.
I'm texting it over right now.
502-414-1450. I want to know how many people.
All right, who are you asking about?
Actor and director Christopher Guest.
Rob Reiner was in this.
He
R.I.P.
He directed it. Yep.
Yeah, they don't even have a picture for Christopher Guest on the movie.
Christopher
They
Guest.
don't. You're right. They don't.
Christopher Guest is also in
That's gonna make it a little
the.
tougher.
He's in the Princess Bride. Have you all seen that?
Marriage.
He's
I
not,
only know
he's
that
not
from The
that
Office.
guy, but yes, that is a line in the film.
Music just keeps playing. It just restarts. I'll say that he's 71 today.
Why is it louder?
Yeah, turn it down.
74.
Matt,
God,
give us a wag.
69.
Nice. He is 78 today, actually.
Okay. Hey, we
okay.
were within
Yeah,
four
yeah.
for a guy that we've never heard of or seen before. Pretty good.
You all need to watch films,
No
man.
photo to base it off of.
Sorry,
You all need to watch films.
I just can't get around to the 1984 comedies just yet.
Well, you should. Next, Brazilian soccer player Neymar.
Okay. All right.
So he's
Matt knows this
He's
one.
definitely near his 30s, if he's not 30 already.
That's so crazy that he's not even 30 yet. If he's not, because I feel like I've been hearing about Neymar for at least 20 years.
That's
I'll
just
say
how-
33.
That's just how European soccer is. I mean, dudes start when they're like 17.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
starting even sometimes before that.
So did you say 28?
I said 33.
33. Okay, I'll do.
Sounds a whole lot like 28.
It does. It does. Well, if you carry the one.
I think he's over 30. Not very far. I think TJ's around that number.
All right, 31.
I'll go lower than you all just to be safe. I'll go 29.
TJ so close. 34 today, actually.
Okay.
That was my initial first guess was 34.
Oh, then play it.
But Matt,
No,
that was your initial first.
but Matt kept saying it was like near 30.
If you'd have
I
took, so if you
I went
took
down
the
one
headphones
year.
off,
I went down 1 year. You're right, actually. I would have guessed 34. What time was he born? I guess that's a fair question. 'Cause right now, he could still be 33.
Noon Eastern time.
Nah, I don't doubt that as Brazilian.
The last
If he is Korean, you can make an argument.
Well, they're actually ahead of us. We need him to be on the West Coast.
Right. Last of the birthdays, former SNL member Tim Meadows.
What was
No
his
idea who this
famous
is.
skit that he was in?
Yeah, tell me the famous skit that he was in.
He was the ladies' man. He is a skit called Ladies' Man.
Was he like the people dancing? Like, doop, doop, doop,
No,
doop,
he was not
doop,
dancing.
doop.
When was he most popular on SNL?
that's a good question.
Mid to late 90s.
How old is he today? I'll ask that.
Yeah. I just asked you that, actually.
Oh, okay. Try to get him. Try to get him. He wouldn't bite.
Nope.
I will say that he is 54 today.
61.
64.
Ooh, peak. 65 today, actually.
Oh, what time?
What time?
What
I
time was
know,
he
what
born?
time?
What
Great
time was
guess.
he born?
Great guess, Pete.
Noon Eastern.
They're all. It's crazy how they're all born at noon Eastern.
It's a great time to have a baby.
Great time to be born.
Next,
Anybody that's ever had a kid before knows that they ask the mom, like, what time would you like this bad boy to come on out? You know?
February
Any preference? You tell us the birthday.
events. First up, the Pittsburgh Steelers defeat the Seattle Seahawks 21-10 in the first Super Bowl played on February 5th.
Okay, dumb question. Who cares when the Super Bowl's played? But that game, I think, was in Detroit. And Sean Alexander, I think, had a big game. Was that 07 or 08? Maybe 06, 07, 08?
Yeah, maybe. That's when I had Sean Alexander on my fantasy team. So
Playing fantasy
got
and
me a lot of points.
07?
Matt, we've been playing fantasy
Matt.
since you were in little diapers, buddy.
I'm
Okay,
saying,
buddy?
like, how did you all even keep up with that?
It was on CBS.
They had the internet. They had the internet.
Matthew. The
I'm sorry, you
internet was
you had
around.
to plug in your dial-up modem to get on
Yeah,
and check
well,
it out.
we kept it with the pen.
We had
and
bunny
paper.
ears on the TV, and, just if we hit the satellite just right, we could watch a little bit of the Super Duper Bowl that
My
year.
gosh.
I will say that I think that was 07, I'm pretty sure, was the Patriots-Giants. So was that 07? I remember where I watched it. I was at the Barrett's house. Great time. 06 or 08? I'll say 06.
Okay, 2008.
2007.
TJ 2006.
Boom.
When the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
Matt, 07 was the Patriots' undefeated
I
season.
was just hitting, not fully undefeated.
Ooh, they got
Matt
Wisconsin.
didn't know
David
because
Tyree,
he
shout
didn't
out.
look it up online back then.
Do you know who caught the game-winning touchdown pass?
No.
Plaxico Burress.
That's right.
Who caught the pass on the
David Tyree.
Okay, that was
David Tyree.
Yeah, that was, the greatest catch in the history of football.
crazy.
Unbelievable play. To catch it on top of your helmet and control the catch. I
Yeah.
mean, Des Bryant just had the ball in his hands, and he couldn't control.
Julian
catch.
Edelman's catch against the Seahawks to win was better.
But also,
Okay.
Manning was
He caught it through
sacked.
somebody's legs.
There's a
He caught the ball on top of his helmet.
A ball got batted up by a defender. He dove through somebody's legs and caught it.
Make a Twitter poll. I'll retweet
yeah,
it. We'll
because
see-
it's
we'll
not
see
just
what
the
public
catch,
thinks.
TJ. It's that Eli Manning was going to get sacked in the
Oh, yeah.
backfield, and he got away from it. And I
Escape.
think then some people argue they should have whistled it dead.
Yeah, just because forward progress.
Well, yeah, because you got the quarterback wrapped up, so
Yeah.
they usually just whistle it dead.
But Eli Manning, one of the most mobile quarterbacks in NFL history. He's
That's-
not down when you think he's down. Him and Peyton Manning.
Quite the scrambler.
I think today's the anniversary also of Peyton Manning's Mike Vanderjagt quote. We may have to play that on the show too, where he said, "My idiot kicker." He's like, that idiot kicker gets all liquored up and starts running his mouth. If that happened today, if a quarterback called his kicker a drunk and an idiot, it just would be so viral you'd never see the end
He'd
of
be
it.
canceled
But this was a little bit before social media.
for the internet, right, Matt? Next, the
I'm
United.
just saying that it was probably more of a hassle to play fantasy football back then. It was
I
fun.
don't think so.
People have been playing fantasy football, Matt, since the 80s, where you'd have to go get the box scores and
That sounds
manually
terrible.
put the points in. You do what you got to do.
What'd you guys do? Just change, swap pocket change for whoever won?
Listen, only Corey Price was alive in the mid.
Corey
80s,
Price
okay?
probably didn't even know fantasy football existed. He had a flip phone till 2022.
That's right. Sure did. The United States population reaches 200 million for the first time.
Oh boy. Probably on a census year, right?
Okay, yeah. When are census years?
I think 2020 was the most recent census year.
Okay, so 2020, but I think we've surpassed it a little bit before then.
How often do they do census? Census.
Corey, how long do they do this?
Eight,
census?
every 8 years?
Every 10 years, people.
Every 10 years.
Okay, so 2010, 2000.
All right, I'll say 99 or 1990 or 2000. I don't know. 1980.
200
1980.
million? What are we at? Like almost 350, 400 million
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Oh gosh, I could give a scooch guess here.
We're probably around 350-ish, somewhere in there, yeah.
I don't know. I haven't counted everyone yet, but I think.
It might take a while.
What was the baby boomer year? Like what was that? What was that decade?
Well, that would have been like after World War II.
So that was back in the 40s, 50s.
Yeah. So what if I said the 1960s?
No internet back then, man.
No internet, I know that.
Yep.
No flip phones.
1970. What'd you say? You said 1990
Or 80.
or 80. Okay.
Yeah, I'll
so
go 1980.
Gosh. I'm gonna say 1960.
70.
Pick it, 1969.
Ah.
Nice.
Dang. Woo! We got it.
You didn't, but okay.
Well, what time was it born?
July 4th, 1776.
Oh, that's good.
Did any houses get the census late? Maybe they got them a year late.
Oh, yep. What time?
There you go. Yeah.
I like that.
Next, the last day of the first Winter Olympic Games take place in France. Last day of the first Winter Olympic Games.
Last day of the what?
You asking the specific like February 26, 19, whatever?
Oh, are you saying that
February
because it's
5th, Matthew Childress.
I'm just saying like
Of what year was the last
Okay.
day of the first Winter Olympic
I didn't hear you
Games?
say February.
okay? Do you remember watching this first Winter Olympics?
No, I don't.
You don't.
Was the internet invented?
I'll say 72. 1972.
Are you sure there was an Olympics in '72?
They used to have the Olympics the same year. So like
Yeah,
winter
summer, yeah.
and summer were the same year, and then they were like, let's
so
do
if I
every
said
two.
68, would I be? I mean, we just had 69. There's no way it's going to be 69 then 68.
No, well, it could be. Could be.
1964.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get it right.
76.
You guys, 1924.
Okay, terrible question.
Winter
How are we supposed to know that
Winter
France?
Olympics have been around for a long time.
But how are we supposed to know that France's last Winter Olympics was in 1924?
No, the last day of the first Winter Olympics took place in France, not just the. Never mind, doesn't matter.
Oh, well, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was specific to France.
No.
You were just saying the
The
first
first Winter
ever
Olympic
Winter
Games,
Olympics. I would have
which
given
took
a
place in
much.
France.
I would have given a much
Okay.
different answer.
All right, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
Next, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar becomes the first NBA player to score 38,000 career points.
I don't know.
Yeah. When did he hang it up? Does anybody know besides Corey?
I don't know when he.
I didn't watch any games that he played in.
76? I have no idea.
81.
No.
76 seems really early.
Yeah, I'd say 80, 83. 83. I have no idea, though. I think you're right, though, that 76 is early.
Matt, any guesses?
I'll go 80.
81.
I said 81, but
Oh, sorry. 85.
That good of a guess.
85 was a great year, but it's 1988, actually.
ooh,
88.
We're
So
so
like the
close.
very end of his career?
Must have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude's knees were cracking out there making layups.
Yep. Last of the events, the Disney film Peter Pan is released in U.S. theaters.
Man, I'm so bad about these.
Yeah, I am too.
I mean, all of them today. Dang.
74.
See, okay. Well, all right. Way off then.
Well, last week
What were
we
you
had
thinking?
what
Like
was
50s?
was it? Was it Sleeping Beauty that he asked a question? That was the 60s?
yes. Yeah.
Peter Pan was after that, I think, right?
Peter Pan had some stuff in it that's a little suspect.
Just like all of them.
Yeah, I guess so. So I was gonna say the 60s. I'm gonna say like 66.
Okay.
I'll do like 68.
I think it's earlier, but I'll say 72.
1953, actually.
Yeah, there you go, TJ.
gosh.
You're right.
1953. So coming up this weekend, two big games. We face those filthy Vols.
Boo! Boo!
At Rupp. Peak is excited about that game. And Sunday is the big game,
The big one.
the Super Bowl.
The Super Duper Bowl.
So this is about the Super Bowl and Tennessee.
Okay.
To the nearest mile, what is the straight line distance from this radio station studio to Levi Stadium in Santa Clara?
Wow. Wow.
It's a few miles here and there.
All right, I got to use a calculator.
Okay.
Let's see. While he
I'll
uses,
say 1,065.
Okay.
954.
I think it'd be more than mine if I were to guess. If I were to get a second.
I'm gonna say 1,300.
Not quite, guys. 1,971 miles.
What did I say?
So I was only off by
You said
1,000.
1,065.
And what was it?
1,000.
1,971.
It's almost 2,000 miles.
Yeah.
What?
It's
Straight line.
Isn't it only
California.
doesn't it only take a day to drive? I mean, I know a day is a day, but
I mean,
if you just didn't stop, wouldn't it take a day?
Probably, yeah. But I mean,
But for 2,000
Looking at
miles,
drive to Santa Clara.
most people
I don't-
stop. They don't just go drive straight from here to
well,
California.
you could have people in the car take.
That is a 34-hour, 38-minute
yeah.
drive.
I think your stats are wrong. Sorry, buddy.
I don't know if you're gonna-
1,907
it's
miles.
3,805. Oh, never mind. Kilometers. Anybody can anybody do the conversion? Because I
We're
can't.
not Canadian, eh?
Why did it give me that in? What is that? What does that do for me?
Are you on Canadian?
It's 2,365
Google?
miles.
But straight line's 1,971. just
Yeah.
saying. As of today, was the current combined age of Jalen Hurts, Cooper Kupp, and Patrick Mahomes. Those are the last 3 Super Bowl MVPs. Hurts,
how about
Kupp,
that?
and Mahomes.
Man, so I somehow get lucky and get these every once in a while. Let's see if we can do it today.
Say 84.
Did you do all that in your head?
Yeah.
I mean, do you see any
Did
pen
it,
and paper around them?
did it in my butt. No, I did it in my head.
91.
I was gonna say 92.
You guys are around there. 89, actually.
Ah,
So
dang.
Jalen Hurts is 27.
Oh, had 26.
Patrick Mahomes is 30.
Had that.
Cooper Kupp is 32.
Had 30.
Mm.
Rats.
Close. Sam Darnold is making his first Super Bowl start playing for his 5th team in the NFL. Can name the last QB to make his first Super Bowl start while playing for his 5th or more career NFL team.
Brad Johnson, Rich Gannon, Trent Dilfer. Those all come to mind. Just think of NFL journeyman quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Probably one more recent. 5th.
What was the question one more time?
The last QB to make his first Super Bowl start while playing for his 5th or more career NFL team.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
Kerry Collins.
Could
But I don't think he
how
started.
many teams was Nick Foles on?
Not 5. I think Nick Foles maybe
kinda young.
was only one.
Maybe
like I think the
2 at the
Eagles,
most,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
Nick
trying to think
Foles.
if there's like an obvious
Okay.
one.
Sure.
Did they win the Super Bowl?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's a bit of a hint.
Yeah.
I guess it's a hint, yeah.
I think
Takes-
Brad Johnson did win the Super Bowl.
Takes
right?
half the guys out, I guess.
I'll say Rich Gannon.
Matt, any guesses?
No clue.
Yeah, I don't.
Thanks for playing, Matt. It's Chris Chandler of the Falcons.
Oh.
Super Bowl
Back in '97.
Super Bowl 33 was his 6th team.
In '90, it was that like
98, 99.
Is that
Yeah.
the Patriots?
Falcons, Broncos.
Oh,
Broncos.
Rich Gannon played
Oh, okay,
4
so
It
games.
was his 6th team and made his first start.
Wow.
I
Super Bowl.
didn't know that guy. Didn't know that guy played in the Super
What
Bowl.
was the final score of that game?
Don't know.
All right, I'll look it up.
Including this.
The Broncos won comfortably.
Yeah.
That was the old Dirty Birds Atlanta
Right,
team. It
yeah.
was not a great game, if I remember correctly.
Including this year, how many Super Bowls have been played in the state of California?
Man.
I think the first 2 were. At least the first one was.
Packers, Chiefs?
Yep. 66 or 67.
How many? Okay. What Super Bowl are we on right now?
60.
That's just
I know
easy to
San Diego has hosted one. The Bengals played in L.A. That's another one. This is in San Francisco. They were in San Francisco 10 years ago.
Technically,
so that's
it's
at least 4.
Santa Clara, but,
It's in California.
potato.
I think it's at least 20.
No.
I just think
They haven't
like,
played a third of the Super Bowls in the same state.
Okay. Okay.
I think like 8 to 10 could be a decent guess. I'll say, well, I mean, again, let's see. 2 I can name in San Fran.
They've already had like 2 or 3 at SoFi.
They played like the 2001 at San Diego, which was always a good time.
Which is German for what?
Old
I'll say
Wood Chip.
11.
I'll say 8.
I'll say 10.
14, actually.
Wow.
Almost a fourth of them. Almost.
Wow.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah.
thinking
Any other cities besides L.A., San Diego, and San Fran?
Pasadena had, I think, one or two.
Yeah, we'll call
think.
that L.A. What about Oakland? They ever host one?
I don't think Oakland has, no.
Good.
Good.
Wow. Okay. Since 2000, there have been 4 starting QBs win a Super Bowl who played at an SEC school in college. Can you name them?
Eli Manning,
That's 1, Ole Miss.
Peyton Manning.
2, Tennessee.
Cam Newton didn't win a Super Bowl, so we'll throw him out. Tim Tebow never made it to a Super Bowl.
That's right, Tim.
We were close to Bo Nix, too.
Yeah, we were.
2 down, 2 to go.
SEC schools.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks.
Okay.
No music making it.
Sorry, I'm getting
awkward.
the music for the break prepared right now, so that we don't go to dead air before we leave.
All time, Corey?
Did you say start?
Since 2000.
Did you say
Okay.
starting?
Yes, starting QBs.
Jared Lorenzen won himself a Super Bowl.
That is true.
Correct. He
You
did.
son of a gun.
I said 4
You trying to
starting.
rob J-Lo of a Super
Yeah,
Bowl
what the
ring?
hell? He's a good guy, all right?
Great guy.
We miss him greatly.
Of course. 4 starting QBs.
Okay.
You got the Manning brothers. 2 more.
I think there's one obvious.
Cam Newton would have fell on the ball. This would be an easy 3 of 5.
I think there's just an obvious one that we're not
Yeah, I know.
getting. All right, well let's think of the SEC schools and who their
Who the
quarterbacks
best?
could be.
Yep. Wait, current ones? Never mind. That doesn't help either. But like you don't mean a Texas quarterback, right? They had to have played in the SEC.
They had to be in the SEC
Okay.
while in college. Yes.
Okay.
This is the Georgia Stafford. There's one.
Matthew
Okay.
Stafford, Georgia.
All right.
3. One more.
Gosh, Joe Burrow, this close.
Well,
But then it wouldn't be Stafford, right?
Okay, yeah.
One more time.
Are you asking for one more time what the question is, Matt? There's no way.
I told you I was putting the music together. I wasn't listening.
SEC quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl since 2000.
2000,
and we
yes.
said Eli, Peyton,
Matthew
Stafford.
Stafford.
and Matthew Stafford.
One more.
Man.
An Alabama quarterback win it? No.
They usually, no. I mean,
This is really going to bug me.
I know.
I really want to get this one.
I don't want to give up.
And I hate wasting so much time on it.
Matt, what do you got?
Was it a Florida one?
Chris Leak.
Let's think of where did Drew Brees go? Purdue.
Yeah.
Just try to think of Super Bowl winning quarterbacks.
That's
in the
it,
last-
too. So since 2000, who's won the Super Bowl?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, not. Patrick Mahomes, not. Tom Brady, not.
That's most of your Super Bowls right there.
Pretty close, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
The Ravens.
I'm going to tap out. Oh, ooh.
It's not
Ravens
Joe
is-
Flacco. No, not Joe Flacco.
Where'd
He
Trent
went to
Dilfer go?
Delaware, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, Joe Flacco.
We're getting close to the break. How about last year? Jalen Hurts. Bama.
I said a Bama quarterback. That's so
Yeah.
insane. That is so
Dang.
dumb.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm really bummed by
More
that.
questions after the break.
This is Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio. Corey Price Trivia returns after this.
loss. Tennessee came in number 25, so close.
The UK should have been ranked.
Well.
Yeah, maybe. Well, they will be if they take care of business Saturday.
So when was the last time the UK played Tennessee at Rupp Arena with both teams unranked in the AP poll
teams
heading into the
unranked.
game?
Okay.
That's a good question.
Would it have been
Only good questions from me, TJ.
No, that's not true. You asked some bad ones.
That's false.
Billy
When you
G's-
asked like an actor that I've never literally heard of in my
No.
entire life.
That's a you problem. It's
Billy
not my problem.
Gillespie's last season?
I
Thought they
I've
played
got a,
unranked then.
I've got a good I got a good feel for it. By the way, the Dozen Trivia is coming back tonight, which I'm a huge fan of on YouTube. I just saw that tweet. I think it was UK's NIT year, 2013. Tennessee stunk them.
Okay.
Kentucky obviously was not ranked in 2013.
Yeah, they play. So Tennessee beat them twice that year.
I don't really remember.
They
beat the yes,
in
you're right.
Knoxville. They beat
I was
the
at
hell out of
I
them.
was at that game. Kentucky had the worst jerseys in the history of Kentucky basketball. It had the UK logo on the front. Do you remember those? Like the UK logo, not Kentucky. It was just like the UK and nothing else. It looked so dumb. And then Kentucky ran out on the floor. I think this may have been their first game without Nerlens
It was,
Noel.
yes.
And they all had hoods up on their warm-up jerseys. Like they were so cool. We're going into a hostile environment wearing our hoods up. And Tennessee had a shooting guard, McPhee, with the dirtiest mustache you'd ever see.
Skylar McBee?
Yeah, that's who
Yeah.
it was. And he torched our ass that game.
We let Skylar McBee.
Yeah.
I
we lost
barely
by,
remember
and we
the
lost
game.
by 31. I
Yeah.
was there. I
I
remember
think it
it.
was 30, but yeah.
Whoa, all right. Skylar
I
McBee.
thought it was 34. So okay,
Well, who cares? I think it was 13.
88-58.
I think it was 20,
You're right, it was.
2013. Because, I mean, Kentucky was ranked in 14. They were ranked in 15. They were ranked in 16. They were ranked in 17. They were ranked in 18. They were ranked in 19. 20, not so much. Well, actually, 2020 season they were. 2021, no, but I think Tennessee was pretty good in 21.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so if you're gonna guess 13, I'm gonna guess 2009.
I like that. I think Tennessee was pretty good, though. They may have been number one that year.
The 2008 they were.
Any guesses,
okay, I
Matt?
think you're right.
2007?
Say 21.
21.
TJ, 2013.
Oh,
When the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
January 15th, to be exact. Since 2000, an unranked UK team has defeated a ranked Tennessee team at Rupp Arena 3 times. Can you name those 3 times?
An unranked UK team beat.
A
They were ranked
ranked
in
Tennessee
2000.
team at Rupp.
I don't know. It's a tough one.
how many times it's happened?
3 times since 2000.
Okay. All right.
Tubby Smith, they beat a ranked Tennessee team when
Billy
he did the chest pump, but that was in Knoxville.
That was
Yeah.
Knoxville. Yeah.
Billy Gillespie did it in 2009.
Okay.
So, and 2008. I don't know if Kentucky was ranked, but Tennessee was ranked 3rd and came into Rupp Arena, Patrick Patterson's freshman year, and Kentucky got the win. Could it have been back-to-back seasons?
2008 is one of the 3. Yes.
But not 2009.
Oh, 09's not?
No, not.
You sure about that?
Yeah, can
I'm
you check
pretty sure.
again?
I mean, if y'all want to check, sure, go ahead.
Check that. Hey, check that 2009 game. Just see if Tennessee was ranked. Maybe they weren't.
After the question, I'll look it up.
Two more.
They weren't. It was at Tennessee that they were ranked.
Did UK drop out of the polls in 2022?
No, they were pretty consistently ranked all
I
the
mean,
way through.
2023 when they were 6 seed.
Oh,
That wouldn't be
yes.
a bad. That wouldn't be a
That's
bad
it.
guess.
That's it. That's one of them.
I meant 23. That was when they were 6 seed, right?
20?
I get like the 22, 23, 24s all mixed.
2023 is one of them.
Okay, so that was
there's
Case and Wallace here, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
One
good.
more.
Feel good about that one.
Oh, no, they won at I was going to say
more.
the 2021 season.
What about
but
this year? Tennessee was ranked when they won in Knoxville this year, right?
This is at Rupp.
Oh yeah. Dang. Got excited there for a second.
you got very excited.
But granted, for what it's worth, I could have thought 23 was at.
To be fair, this one's pretty old.
I was going to say a Tubby Smith
Like-
season.
Tubby Smith old, Rick Pitino old, Joby Hall old.
Well, since 2000. So
What about
Okay.
2006?
it couldn't be Rick or Joe B.
I'll say 2001.
TJ, 2001.
Nice.
You.
Yeah, I think Ron Slay was on that team.
I think so, yeah.
Me gonna praise the Lord.
Hey, TJ.
Go Cats.
Since 2000, who has been the only UK player to have multiple 20-point games against Tennessee at Rupp Arena?
What did you want me to? What year did you want me to look up?
I was wrong.
Okay, you already looked it up.
Yeah.
20-point games at Rupp Arena, Cats versus Tennessee since 2020 or since 2000.
2000. The
2020,
only one
yeah.
with multiple 20-point games against Tennessee at Rupp. Only one.
Multiple 20-point games against Tennessee at Rupp.
Huh.
P.J. Washington, I think, had a decent game. Oscar's always a
that's a
safe
good
guess.
guess.
Tayshaun Prince is always a safe guess. Ramel Bradley could score. You got to think people that had chances to score against Tennessee, or multiple games against Tennessee.
I think
as well.
every player technically had a chance to score, TJ.
Well, but not multiple games.
Yeah. Anthony Davis wasn't able to do this.
Nope,
No, it's not.
not MKG either. Not
Okay.
Marcus Lee either.
I agree with you. I agree. You got to go with the. Let's see. What did Oscar do in the? So 22, 20. I mean, it could be Oscar.
Yeah, I'll say P.J. Washington. You go Oscar.
Yeah.
And then Matt, go Tayshaun Prince.
All right, that works.
How about Keith Bogans?
No.
That's another guess. That's
Sorry.
it.
He
Keith.
scored 25 in 2000 and 21 in 2001.
Wow.
Yep.
Keith Bogans.
Yep.
We never really hear from Keith Bogans. Does he ever come back? Does he ever do
I
anything?
don't think he's come back. I don't believe.
His ankle's still sprained.
Once
Once he gets healthy, he's back.
Hashtag too soon. Tennessee head coach Rick Barnes attended Lenore Rhine, which
Wow.
Oh,
Kenny
yeah.
Payne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First loss.
is a school in North Carolina, which is also the alma mater of this stand-up, who is currently the co-host of two podcasts, Two Bears, One Cave, and Your Mom's House.
You know this.
I don't.
Really?
I don't.
There's only two
Tom
options.
Segura.
Tom Segura, Stephen Peak.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Come
podcast.
try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
Way to go, Peak.
TJ
Way to go,
doesn't
Peak.
got
do a
one.
podcast yet.
Lenore Ryan. Lenore Ryan.
Last one. Since 2000, can you name the only time the UK has scored at least 100 points against Tennessee at Rupp Arena?
Yeah, it was, I think, the Joby Hall passing game.
Yeah, that was a good
that
one.
22?
2022.
It's 2022.
Yeah. I was there for that one. That was a great time.
Come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
They scored 107 points that day.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Beat the living tar out
And
of
lot
them.
of
they
fun
were
with that
up big at halftime at that
Like
one,
21
too.
or
Yeah, I remember I was in the ice cream line at halftime, and everybody just slapping hands, being like, yeah, suck it, ball.
We're going to the Final Four.
This is a domination station. You want to play a
St.
little?
Peters, who cares?
Yeah.
Just can't believe that.
Any dozen?
Yeah, there's a little dozen.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna give you some dozens similar to how you give us. All right.
Okay.
In 1819,
Yes.
who was this gentleman that wore a bow tie?
I'm going with Chester B. Arthur.
Okay, that's ridiculous. How'd you
That's
pull
crazy.
that one out?
You got that.
All right, today on the dozen, we've got NFL, NBA, MLB, we've got cereal, we've got books, we've got television, we've got movies, and we've got music, folks.
Let's go movies.
All right, let me get all the right answers first. So I actually think I know this movies one, but let's pull it up so I'm not wrong about it. All right, movies. Corey Price, to win somebody a jersey of their choice, a.k.a. just the one that we've had trying to give away for a while now. Adam Sandler co-wrote and produced this critically panned 2012 comedy starring Nick Swartzen and Christina Ricci that followed a dork who tries to become an adult film star. This is a tough one.
What in the
I've
world?
never heard of this movie before in my
Wow.
life. I hate this for you. We'll throw this one out.
I don't think you hate it for
I
me.
do hate it for you because I've never even heard of this movie.
Click. I don't know.
Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star.
Bucky Larson.
You ever heard of that?
No.
Peek?
Can't say
Nope.
Yeah. All right, we're going to throw that one out. Try again.
that. Let's go music.
Okay? All right, first question. Well, I guess it'd be nice if I could touch your body are the opening lyrics in this iconic 1987 George Michael song. That's a way to start a song. Well, I guess it'd be nice if I could touch your
Let's
body.
go with a little faith.
That's faith, baby.
Nice.
Well, I guess it would be nice
Come
if I
try to
could
get
touch
me,
your body, not just anybody. All right, well done.
Can you finish it?
Well, no, not after I touch their body. What's next?
Oh, that's probably when you should.
Okay, all right. What's next?
Let's go. NFL.
All right.
Is that one of the ones you said?
Undrafted out of Georgia, this man played for the Patriots from 2015 to 2024, became team captain, and started at center for 2 Super Bowl wins. You can tap in.
Ask
you can,
Matt.
Yeah, you can tap in.
Yeah,
Matt.
Matt, please help me.
I mean, it's not Vince Wilfork, is it?
Well, he wasn't a center because he played on defense.
He's
defense,
nose guard.
man.
Nose guard. Oh man.
Who was the team captain center for the Patriots from 9 years. I mean, he was a legend.
I'm not big on.
I've never heard of this name
offensive
before.
lineman.
I'm blanking. I'm not good with offensive
A
linemen.
lot of people
either.
don't know their favorite offensive lineman. I agree with you. That's all right. It's David Andrews.
David Andrews. I should have known that.
Yeah, of course you should have.
What would you? You're not getting the jersey to a fan, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to take back your chili.
Go,
So
well, you're going to have to wait a while for that.
the way the chili runs through you, buddy, I don't think it's as long as you think.
Give us 6 minutes. Let's go with NBA.
NBA, all right. We've got Al Harrington, Jonathan Bender, and Jamal Tinsley, help this team make the
Pacers.
2004. Yep. All right, there you go.
When the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
All right, we got to do cereal. Sorry.
Yeah, I went up.
Berry, and honey are alternative varieties of this brand of General Mills corn puff cereal. This is a tough dozen day.
General Mills.
Never
Corn
heard of this
Puffs.
cereal. There's your hint.
Man,
Berry, and honey. Corn puff cereal.
General Mills corn puff. No, I don't know.
Kix.
Oh my goodness.
Never even heard of Kix.
You've never heard of Kicks?
Nope. Dwight Evans launched 379 homers and 8 gold gloves while playing for this American League team from 72 to 90.
Boston Sox.
That's the Boston Red Sox. Dwight Evans, baby. Don't forget it.
Gonna praise the Lord.
Men, manly men, oh, are the opening theme lyrics. This sitcom debuted in 2003.
2.5 Men.
That's it, baby. That's it. All right.
Get me, gonna praise the Lord.
He finished strong. He's Corey Price.
I always
He's
finish
famous
strong, TJ.
on ESPN2 when Tom Hart gives him the shout out. Find out what he got arrested for, all right?
I'm going to try my best.
What do you think about Giannis not getting traded?
Going to the Pacers in the
I
summer.
am devastated.
He's
by it.
staying in Milwaukee. There was a report that one team was very
I don't
close
give a
to
buck.
pulling the trigger on him, but they felt like he wouldn't mesh well with their super duper star. He wasn't willing to be number 2. All right, Corey, thank you. Prediction on the Cats Bulls
Speaking of
tomorrow?
number 2, what? Sorry, what?
Yeah. Number 2 win over the Vols tomorrow. Go on.
That's right.
That's what we like to hear.
That's
All right, Corey, thank you, buddy. Have a good day.
You'll have a great
Corey
day.
Price Trivia. He's
Thanks
the man.
for the chili.
Absolutely. Thanks for hanging out with us. Corey Price on Twitter at CoreyP08. Find out why Tom Hart was arrested, even if you have to go into the Mexican arrest records. He is Corey Price.
Corey.
This is Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio, and we're going to read some text into the game
Damn, I thought we
day.
were going to a super quick break.
No. I would have given you a bit of a heads up on that, I think. Maybe not. I'd like to keep you on your toes.
We'll
but
be back.
We will we will go to the Gameday Men's Health text line. Gameday Men's Health, the redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. It's 2026. Take care of your body. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com. They're defining a new era in men's health. One texter on the Gameday Men's Health text line says, hot finish and trivia for both Corey and KRC today. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Finish
said
strong.
Corey Price has stumped roll call again in trivia. Dang, I thought we had an all right day.
I only got one question right, but that's okay.
Why did Brandon sell Jacob the table? Is that why Brandon Garrison had such a great game? No, he bought it from Wayfair, remember? It was Wayfair. Another texter says, Pete needs a lot of energy drinks and sleep after that 9 p.m. game. Also, I'll hopefully be at Salsaritas tomorrow to check you all out and other people out. Yeah, Big X will be out there tomorrow. We hope you come out, say hello to us.
The return of Roush.
The return of Roush, famous from Paul Feinbaum.
This is the first time Roush doing a full show since he left the show.
Didn't he do one other remote? I thought he did. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think you're wrong.
He just did a segment?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's done a couple segments.
I'll take your word for it.
Since I've started doing this.
I'll take your word for it. No, it'll be good to have him back. We'll miss you. What do you got going on?
I'll just be in Lexington covering the
Pope
press
conference.
conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fine. We'll miss you. I'll eat some chips on your behalf.
I appreciate that.
Texter says, more Patriots trivia for Matt, please. True fan. Well, we're going to have some Super Bowl trivia fun facts for you. And I'm not going to give Matt too hard of a time for not knowing the Patriots center when he was 12 years old. So there you go, Matt.
Who was the quarterback when you were 12 years old?
Oh, good question.
Tom Brady.
Lucky guess.
I know.
Lucky guess. What's your favorite Patriots team of all time, Matt?
Favorite Patriots team of all time? I mean, the ones where I was actually, like, really a fan. The 2019 team was really fun to watch. The last couple of years with Randy Moss. Probably the Deion Branch Super Bowl team, honestly. Deion Branch winning MVP. Or Super Bowl MVP.
Was that 03 or 04?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Yeah, I don't know if I remember either.
Who's your favorite kicker?
It's a good question.
On the Patriots?
Yeah.
Steven Gostkowski?
Okay, I thought Adam Vinatieri might be up there. Didn't he win you guys a Super Bowl one year?
Possibly.
Okay.
But Steven Gostkowski was like their main kicker whenever I was, old enough to understand what actually was going on in the field.
That's true.
You don't remember the Vinatieri days?
I mean, I remember them.
It's kind of sad.
I was a kid.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Didn't he say something where he had a dream he kicked the game-winning field goal and then he actually did it? Is that a true story or is that a myth?
It's a good question.
Let's bring him on the show and talk about it.
I don't know for sure. The MVP, Deion Branch MVP year was 04 when they beat the Eagles. And was it Donovan McNabb that threw up in the huddle? That game was in Jacksonville. I remember that one. You remember when Donovan McNabb threw up?
Yeah.
And Terrell Owens was there on that Eagles team as well.
Was it nerves?
Yeah, I think it was. I think he was like sick, but it was like in the fourth quarter. He just puked in the huddle. And they still had a chance to win, but did not. A 14-2 year for the Patriots when Deion Branch, the former Card, won the MVP. Another texter on the Game Day Men's Health text line says, Rick Roush. That's right. It's actually Rick Naush. It's actually Rick Naush. A lot of folks are calling this period of Corey's life the roll call years. Name change. He's now calling his show Sometimes with Scoots. I love that one. Not Sunrise with Scoots, just Sometimes with Scoots. He's been on a bit of a roll. I think he's missed about 3 or 4 shows in the last 2 weeks. Producer Matt, what do you think of that?
I mean, that's tough.
It is. It's a tough look. He's getting paid the big bucks to be doing radio. Where the hell is he?
Is it just the national championship hangover?
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll never forget when the next day he was just like, thought it would feel better.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him.
I mean, this was like 7 hours after the Hoosiers had won the national championship.
What would you be feeling like 7 hours after your team won the national championship in football?
Probably still under the influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seemed.
But I certainly would be happy.
Yeah, he
if
seemed kind of down about
football
it.
wins the national championship, I mean, goodness gracious, you won't be able to have a serious conversation with me for months. I'm not joking about that. Sadly, not so sure I have to worry about it, but it's Stein time, so who's really to say?
Yeah.
Texter says, Edelman's catch versus the Falcons, and it was better.
Thank you.
I mean, it just wasn't.
It literally was. The man caught it on his helmet. Okay,
can we do a
congrats.
poll? Can we do a poll on this?
I'm going to just watch the Edelman one just to get it fresh in my mind.
Do a poll. I'll do a poll on the KRC Twitter.
I will say that, public perception is always going to go with David Tyree. I think that the odds are against you.
People are just tired of the Patriots anyway, so the people will vote against it just based on that.
What Super Bowl was it?
Super Bowl.
Falcons, right?
No, that was. Wait, which one are you talking about? The Edelman catch?
I'm talking about which one you're talking about.
They played the Seahawks.
Okay, it was the Seahawks.
Do you guys keep track of what
so
Super
many
Bowl
Patriots Super Bowls
by the year or by what Super Bowl it was?
I can't do the Roman numerals. I mean, I know Roman numerals.
Can we move away from the Roman numerals?
I like the Roman numerals, and I don't want to move away from the Roman numerals. But I'm just better with the actual year than it was.
Same. Yeah.
Again, I like that it's unique with Roman numerals for the Super Bowl. But if you're like Super Bowl 54, I have to be like, all right, what year was that?
Exactly.
What year was it?
Well, it was 6 years ago.
Yeah, and there you go. So, all right, Edelman versus not the Falcons, Super Bowl catch. Why don't you read another text while I get this pulled up?
Okay. Let's see. Rick, he should have gone to Bloomington that night or the next day. Yeah, that's a good point. Talking about Scoots.
He didn't
party with your people.
He didn't want to watch it with anybody.
Huh. Yeah, so when I was at Murray State and Kentucky was on that run in 2011, I said if they win the Final Four game, I might just have to go to Lexington for that Monday and just be there. And I ended up not doing that when it became reality in 2012, where they were playing on the first Monday in April. I didn't actually go. Sorry, I just got a message at the same time. Yeah. So I would have done that. Bloomington. How far away is that? Is it less than 2 hours?
All right, it was against the Falcons. The catch that you're talking about.
You sure?
Yes. The one where it got tipped in the air and he still found a way to catch it.
I'm thinking of a different
All
one.
right, I'm wondering. I'm wondering about your Patriots.
You're
fandom
right.
At this
You're
point.
right.
It's like which ridiculous Super Bowl catch?
That was during the.
It was the Falcons.
That was during
and
the
that
big
was
comeback
an
against the Falcons.
insane catch. I mean, the
Yes.
concentration.
I'm
However, it was just
thinking
incredibly
of-
lucky. The ball got hung up on the on the Falcons player foot. It was basically just teed up for him to catch.
I'm
it was
thinking-
an insane catch. You're
I'm
right.
thinking of Jimmy Graham's. Like when they were driving down the field against the Seahawks, he caught it was the same thing. He got tipped up in the air, it like flicked off his foot, and then he caught it after it was batted down. I'm thinking of that one.
People forget Jimmy Graham's a soldier. Or no, that was Kellen Winslow. Apologies to Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham, one-time Packer. Okay, now I got to look at this is terrible radio, but I just have to look this stuff
No,
up.
look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. The Edelman catch versus the Falcons or the David Tyree catch versus.
Congratulations, you pinned the ball in your helmet, man.
Congratulations, you caught a football that you probably should have just caught initially. Right? We can say silly things.
I'm just saying, like, one was tipped in the air, he had to dive through somebody's body to catch it.
on first down, too. So, like, oh, no, if you don't get that one, you get several more cracks at getting a first down. You're out of your element here, producer Matt. Another texter on the Gameday Men's Health text line says Julia Edelman's catch came against the Falcons.
Yes.
In the 28-3 comeback, Seahawks made a catch against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That led to the Seahawks to throw the interception. Go Seahawks, says one texter. The Marshawn Lynch game, that was just an insane Super Bowl. To throw it in that situation, Pete Carroll.
Worst coaching mishap of all time.
It really was. I mean, that was bad. That was bad, and it was a hell of a play by the Patriots to jump that route all the same. I mean, just lucky that it wasn't an incompletion where Pete Carroll could exhale and live with it.
I remember watching the Jimmy Graham catch and thinking this is one of those that you just watch, like you watch happen to your team. You're like, okay, there's no way we win this game. Like if this is the way these things are going, then especially with Marshawn Lynch on that team, as soon as Jimmy Graham made that, I was like, okay, this game's over.
That's football. That's sports for you, though. It was certainly not over. Another texter says, haters and losers will vote for Tyree. Real ball knowers will pick Edelman. Again, Edelman's catch was luckier. And, again, credit to him for keeping focus and finding a way to haul it all on in. But it was like wasn't even that big of a gain. It was like a 30-yard gain. David Tyree's was to keep the Super Bowl alive and give them a chance. So just strongly disagree, but that's okay. We can have a difference of opinion. Cats beat Missouri. I wish they would have beaten Missouri. The Cats do beat Oklahoma. That was nice. We'll talk a little bit more about that. We've got one final segment coming up. Keep the text rolling into the Gameday Men's Health text line. This is Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio. And you still just by yourself at the house?
Yeah, until Saturday. My roommate moves in Saturday.
Okay. All right. Well, you're holding it down. In the
I
meantime.
did have a pretty incredible discovery last night. So back in like 2021, I got a VR headset for like Christmas. Okay. And that hooks up into my computer and everything. But I had not, since that place I lived, I had to move frequently after that. I had not lived in a place that had a room big enough to use it. So this place I have one.
Yeah.
And so I hooked it all up, made sure everything was still working because it had been a while. And I found a way, because it hooks to my computer, to run a second monitor while I'm playing whatever game or doing whatever I am. So I was literally playing a game and watching the Kentucky game at the same time in VR, and that was like the greatest thing I ever done in my entire life.
I'm glad that makes you so happy.
It was one of those things that, like, when I say it out loud, I'm like, oh my god, somebody's listening. Like, this is literally the lamest dude I've ever met in my entire life.
It's the little things in life.
But
yes, it is.
I got to like I was just like enjoying myself by myself in my own house, and then like, oh, I just, if I want to watch the Kentucky game, I have the audio on, so I can still hear it. If a big play happened, I just turn my head around and there's a monitor behind me. Just like, I guess that could be just a TV, but I don't know. It was just a really cool experience.
I'm with you. Nobody's gonna poo-poo that. That sounds real nice. I've done VR, I think, one time at somebody's house. It was for like a golf game, and it was pretty cool. And this was probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and he was like, yeah, me and my friends, we'll just play a round of golf every night. Of course, none of them had kids. But they'd pop on the VR and like just play 18 holes of virtual golf. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I want that really bad.
Yeah, so I had the Meta one, and I haven't used it in a while. But yeah, it was kind of cool. You can go out there and just play Valhalla for a little bit.
Doesn't Meta have like just a VR society?
Yeah,
Can't you live like in a VR world in Meta and like
there
go to
is,
bars and like run into other people?
They have karaoke nights there. They have
and it's like real people singing, but with their little avatars.
Yes, and like they
have you ever done karaoke?
No. But I've gone into that world, and it's actually pretty interesting. They have like little bars and shops and everything. You can buy stuff for your avatar. I mean, I'm not doing any of that, but they also have like stand-up comedy some nights, so you can go into comedy clubs, and they have watch parties for movies or games. Like I was over at somebody's house, put on the headset and for the Super Bowl. It's like, oh, you can go into showing people you can go into this big theater with other people and talk with them and watch the Super Bowl together.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like Zuckerberg's big plan? Is like we'd all just go to the VR world and get along with one another.
I don't like walking around in it because you kind of get, unless you have a like they sold these. What would you call what would you call the thing you walk on? You're exercising.
Treadmill?
Yeah, but it's like an octagon sort of. You can walk in all kinds of. I forget what it's called, but you can walk in all kinds of different directions. So it's like you're actually walking. Otherwise, you have to use the remote, and I get motion sickness from that. So I don't like moving around a whole lot in there.
So the only other option for you is to literally walk.
Yes. Yeah.
What if you want to walk?
I wonder
like
if you like.
far?
What if you put it on
like,
at Valhalla? Would you be able to just, and like played Valhalla? Could you do it through VR? Like, is it that accurate to scale that you'd be able to walk through Valhalla?
I don't think so, because I think it loads holes, not like the course. So like once you finish the hole, it just takes you to the next one.
What kind of VR are we talking about with the holes?
Oh well, I mean,
what if the tread had incline on it? So it's like you're at Valhalla and you got to walk up a big hill.
See, yeah, that'd be weird.
Just like rip off the headset and you're like, screw this. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm going back to my real life, not doing
I think you should carry an actual golf bag while you do it, just for the experience.
That's a good point, too. Yeah, VR doesn't seem as popular, but maybe producer Matt's going to bring it back.
It's not. It was just something that I'd had for a long time, and I was sitting here really like, I don't want to sell it because like it is cool to use, and who's really is going to buy it from me. It was one of those where like I just had nothing to do yesterday before those games came on, so I hooked it all up, and it worked. And I was like, man, this is fun.
Well, as long as you're enjoying it, that's all that matters, producer Matt. It was a fun night of college basketball last night. Some big blowouts from ranked teams, and then some serious upsets.
And some interesting stuff coming out of the Oklahoma State game. Did you see that?
I did. Well, let's finish. Let's wrap up with that one. Illinois, just one of the biggest beatdowns you're going to see in conference play, up 47-19 at halftime on Northwestern. Ends up winning that game by 40 points. 40 points, 84-44. Houston dominated Central Florida, held them to 19 first-half points, which is always a good thing. If you can hold your opponent to under 20.5, they win 79-55. Clemson hangs on the West Coast. That's a huge win for Clemson. They're very much in the thick of the ACC title race. Obviously, I think Duke is a lot better, but Clemson moves to 9-1 in conference. Alabama, they play an absolutely wild game. I'm not sure if any of you all saw that one. SEC leader Texas A&M gave the Tide everything that they could handle, had a chance to tie the game, did the intentional missed free throw with about 3 seconds left, 2.5 seconds left, and A&M intentionally missed the free throw and got a great look at three, which would have forced overtime. It just did not fall. 54 second-half points for the Tide there. That drops A&M to 7-2 in the SEC, and now the Cats just a half game back from A&M and Florida, both 7-2. The Cats 7-3. So, as I mentioned on the postgame show, and I will mention probably 15 other times, probably 50 other times, you just beat Missouri. Stephen Peak, you're in first place in the SEC on February 5th.
Why does that game hurt me more today than it did that night?
Just because I think we knew that night that it was going to hurt the rest of the season. Even if Kentucky just kind of was a bubble team, you'd be like, oh, that Missouri game would set you over the edge. And it really probably does just cost you a seed line, and it may cost you a seed line in the SEC tournament, which is a bigger deal.
It
well,
could,
I don't know if it's a bigger deal.
I want to finish in the top 4 to have a legitimate shot at winning the SEC tournament. Yeah, that could be a game that maybe down the line could cost you. But in the moment, I was
in a good spot right now, though.
Yes, and in the moment when they lost that game, I was thinking, well, how many games are they even going to win? So I'm not going to be that upset about it. Now that they've won 7 of 8, I'm like, dude, if you just could give me that Missouri game back, up 8 with 3 minutes or something to go. It bothers me now. It bothers me more this afternoon than it did the afternoon right after the game.
Yeah, I can get that. It just shouldn't have been a loss. Same with the UNC game in December, although that doesn't hurt you in the conference. That's why the Missouri one has a bit of an extra sting to it. All right, to the upsets. Oklahoma State. Well, actually, I said we're going to finish with that, so I'll get back to that. Minnesota hangs on to beat Michigan State 76-73. That's a bad loss for Michigan State, even on the road, but it does just go to demonstrate winning on the road in conference play is not something you can take for granted. And how about 3-8 in the WCC? The Portland Pilots beat Gonzaga. They were up at halftime. They held on, and the Portland Pilots. Do you remember when Kentucky played Portland?
Yeah, was that the game? Was it in Freedom Hall or something? Or they played? It's like Terrence Jones.
They maybe have played Portland twice, but the game that I'm remembering,
Gilchrist.
Did they play them 2 years in a row? I guess they probably did. It was probably a home and home.
That's
but
right.
Kentucky played Portland in Portland as a throw a bone to T. Jones, teach him about Kentucky. You can play to us. We'll play a game in your hometown. They played Portland before heading out to Maui in the 2010-2011 season. Played that at the Trailblazers Arena and got a comfortable win. I retweeted it. It was probably at like midnight last night, so people probably didn't see it. The Portland Pilot old mascot is one of the wildest mascots you're ever going to see. I don't really know even how to explain it. He just kind of looks like he's drunk and stoned out of his mind. But I'll go ahead and retweet it just to get it back in the timelines. But Portland gets a big win over Gonzaga. With Gonzaga and Michigan State losing, not the best for UK in the net, but when you get a 16-point win all on your own, you live with that. And that's exactly what the Cats did.
I'm watching, SportsCenter tweeted last night, the video from the broadcast of, them winning or Portland winning. And, every time a big team gets upset by a smaller team, the camera always pans out to the crowd and everything like that. So, during that part, I'm looking around just, first off, they play in, this looks like a high school. This looks almost like a little bit bigger than Valley.
Honestly, I was thinking about betting on the game, and I wanted to check. Are they? If you're Gonzaga and you're playing Portland, you're probably going to have more fans there if you play in the NBA arena. But I honestly didn't know if Portland had their own on-campus arena. They do, and that's where they played. And you're exactly right, Matt. That place makes Knight Hall maybe look big.
The funniest thing about this is they're I guess I don't even want to call it a jumbotron. They're screen above the court literally is the size of a OLED TV.
No, we like that. We're big fans of that. Good stuff. But that was a big win for Portland. Gonzaga's first loss in conference. They'll be all right, but probably it may take them out of a 1 seed, truthfully, just dropping that game. That's not a good loss, losing to an 11-14, 4-8 WCC Portland team. That really is going to hurt Gonzaga. Luckily, they play a pretty good out-of-conference schedule, so they'll be all right, but may cost them a 1 seed there. And then we mentioned it, BYU, they can't beat Oklahoma State on the road. Another team with a losing conference record, Oklahoma State, 4-5 in the Big 12. The win over BYU, this is kind of surprising, drops BYU in the Big 12, which I do consider to be the best basketball conference this year, to 5-4.
Yeah.
5-4. They're just a game over 500. AJ DeBansta, 36 points.
Crazy.
He was dominant. BYU lost, but it wasn't because the star freshman didn't put on a show. Oklahoma State gets the win. What happened after?
Well, during the game, I guess there was some chants being made from the Oklahoma State student section. And I didn't actually hear it during the game, so I only heard what was talked about afterwards. The Kevin Young mentioned it, BYU's head coach, and I've never really heard a coach do that before. Have you? Like, talk about what the students were chanting. Usually they just ignore that stuff. But this one was a little bit more personal for him.
I just remember Calipari lecturing Kentucky fans after the Karen Cypher trial with Steve Val and Rick Pitino.
Going after their own fans.
Yeah, like, hey, we're going to keep it clean. Nothing. We'll kick you out if you have anything inappropriate. I didn't really appreciate that with Cal. Like, I appreciate you being like, hey, fans, let's be respectful, but don't threaten people if they make signs. Yeah. Like, let them live with that. That's on them if they want to do that.
You're a free speech guy, TJ.
Yeah, I'm a free speech guy.
Yeah, so Kevin Young, I've never heard the coach talk about an opposing team's fans and what they were chanting. But he said something in the postgame that was like, well, I have 4 kids, and they're going to ask me about this? Because what were they chanting?
Four young kids, the Oklahoma State students, and this is not unique to them for the folks in Stillwater. It makes it even more wrong. This happens to BYU relatively frequently, unfortunately. But I
did not know that.
An F the Mormons chant broke out in the student section. You see it in football. You see it in basketball. I don't want to say it happens every place they play on the road, but it is not uncommon for them to hear that chant. And I think Kevin Young's whole point was just, be respectful, be nice. I've got young kids. I have to answer to this. But you can say whatever you want about the Mormon religion. Would any place get away with saying that about Jews? Would any place get away with saying that about Muslims? Would any place get away with saying that about Christians? Right?
No.
I mean, it's national news if that happens.
Yes.
So
I agree.
But it almost just gets glossed over.
Why is that? I didn't know. I had no idea this was a common thing. I thought this happened for the first time last night. So I guess that's because coaches haven't really made a big deal about it. But I guess Kevin Young bringing it up in the postgame, because there were a lot of tweets coming out. Field of 68, Aaron Torres, like a lot of big basketball accounts were talking about it. We're talking about it right now.
Really, like, the mob mentality sometimes can kind of be scary, because you could probably get a lot of those Oklahoma State students, and you could get them alone and be like, hey, what do you think about the Mormon religion? They'd probably be like, don't know much about it.
Yeah.
What I do know, not for me, or I respect. They probably give you an honest, candid answer. But if you're just like, would you say F them to him? Would you go up to a Mormon and say, F you, Mormon? They'd be like, no, of course not. So you get in a mob crowd setting, and it just, it's terrible.
So Doug Gottlieb tweeted out an hour ago, said, my daughter goes to OSU.
I was wondering what Doug Gottlieb had to say about
Been told the chant was refs of Mormon. If it was not, it's a horrible look for the rowdies, unacceptable. And then he quoted it on a video of them shooting free throws and doing the chant. This could be one of those things where, like, somebody tells you what it says so it sounds different. You want to
Sure, yeah.
But it does sound like they're saying ref's a Mormon.
Ref's a Mormon?
Like, they're saying, like,
the ref is a Mormon.
The ref is a Mormon, so he's calling the game for BYU.
I see.
Like, I have.
Why don't you play it, Matt?
I can play it if you guys want to hear it. Like, that's genuinely what it sounds like.
Well, I'll just tell you this, though.
If it's not.
Either you're playing Ref the Mormon, or we're going to have the FCC on our ass.
Look, I can send it to you, and you can listen to yourself.
No, stand by it. Stand by it.
Okay, I'll play it.
I trust you.
To check in for defense.
When you say ref's a Mormon and then you play that, I kind of hear it.
That's what I'm saying. So I can't tell if it's just because I'm reading the tweet from Doug Gottlieb first.
Let's do it one more time.
I know, it's like, what are we trying to hear?
Let's all picture that they're saying the wrong thing.
Okay,
Let's just in our head, envision that.
Close our eyes, get into a Zen state.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in it. I'm in it.
A Zen state as we discriminate against a religion. Let's go.
Defense.
Okay, heard it.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it too.
Yeah.
Dude. It's one of those things. It's like what you want to hear, you're
That's
probably
wild.
going to hear. That is wild. It worked. It worked. My guess is FCC, close your ears. I'm unfortunately thinking it's probably the latter.
Really?
And it's convenient that it sounds like the former.
I think it's that as well. I mean, I feel like Kevin Young on the sideline wouldn't say that's what they said if that's not what they said.
Yeah. And I it could have been a combination of both, where some people were just hearing what they wanted to hear and chanting what they wanted to chant.
Could have been.
Others were doing a bit more PC, where they thought it was okay with what they were saying.
You were in the student section, you're like, yeah, the ref's a Mormon. You hear your friend say something like, yo, whoa. Didn't get the memo for that one.
Yeah, it's just, I would say just like leave the religion affiliation out of it entirely. Just
Probably
has nothing to do with it.
Safest bet.
Not that Notre Dame's heard stuff before. That's not totally uncommon for them, but it ain't as frequent as what BYU has to deal with. And it's just like, be a human. This is sports. Again, even if they're just saying ref's a Mormon, who cares? Would you say ref's a Caucasian? Would you say ref's an African? Like, you just would never do. So even if you're doing that, that's a weird thing to do.
What is Doug Shouse? We need to figure out his religious denomination.
Doug Shouse is a devout technicalist. He was on the call last night for you, producer Matt. How'd you think of old Doug Shouse?
Did he give out another technical foul?
He did. He went to the monitor several times.
There was one where it was towards the end of the game. They made a call, and when they were about to go, or it was a coach's challenge by Pat Kelsey, and when he came over to the monitor, they flipped the camera around getting ready for the call, right? And they're turning his mic on. Well, they turned his mic on. I guess he wasn't ready to make the call yet, and he started yelling at somebody in the crowd. Like you couldn't hear him, but the camera was on him. You could kind of hear mumbling, but he was looking up on camera, yelling at somebody in the crowd, and it was like, the challenge is upheld after that. And the whole thing was for the next 5 minutes, who was he yelling at? What was the fan saying to him, and why did he feel the need to go yell at somebody?
I would absolutely love to heckle Doug Shouse. It would be great. It'd be a lot of fun. When I go to U of L games, I'm usually kind of in a spot where I could. I wish I would have went last night. I would have given him a piece of my mind on the technicals that he called against Kentucky on Saturday. I actually think Doug Shouse is an okay official, but he has just had a rough year, just in my opinion.
So something going on with him. He might be a little more personal than we think. When somebody's just the frequency of these technical fouls. And I know he one of the, did he have to give out a technical foul recently that was he had to give it? It was some kind of, I don't know, a lineup problem. Anyway, he's given out a lot of technical fouls this year. Somebody had it on Twitter of how many he's handed out. So maybe something's going on with our boy Doug.
Well, there was one the other night. Was it yesterday? Was it in the Louisville game? I don't remember. But there was one given out, and it was due to yes, it was. It was during the Louisville game against Notre Dame.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He had to give it out because a player for Notre Dame came in who wasn't on the score sheet.
That's right. That's what it was. Yes.
And then they were doing a whole thing. It's this is high-level men's basketball. This isn't high school anymore. And they were he had to give a technical foul because the guy literally wasn't eligible to come in the game.
Yeah, the wife was so confused about that, and it reminded me of the Dwight Perry, Bobby Perry NCAA tournament 07 mix-up, I believe it was, in Chicago against Villanova, where a UK assistant actually accidentally put D. Perry instead of B. Perry, so they had to start Dwight Perry in the NCAA tournament game. And producer Matt, had Kentucky put out Bobby Perry, it would have been a technical, and Villanova would have gotten a free throw and gotten the ball. So Kentucky just played with it, and they were like, all right, Dwight, you're starting. And I was at that game peak. I was thinking to myself, I was like, dude, just let him play. He's in there now. Let him play. They instantly fouled. I was like, we may need that foul. It was the first half. It was, if they get in the bonus, they
were in that game for a little bit.
Villanova?
Yeah.
It was a close game. It was a buffer zone game.
Oh, man, if I would have been, if I would have known that, that's Dwight Perry unders spammed. Yes, that's the inside scoop. Hey,
He was a walk-on. He never played anyways. So the fact that he started, people were so confused in the crowd. Like, whoa, does Bobby hurt? What's going on? Sure enough, it was just a mistake similar to what Shrewsbury did last night.
Yeah, I'm sure because you get the explanation at home on TV, but not in the arena.
Oh, yeah.
And this is pre-Twitter.
Yes.
So you had no idea until the end of the game, right?
Yeah, and I think, like, honestly, that oh, goodness, that takes me back to when I was in Austin in 05 for the Patrick Sparks Michigan State game. The Sweet 16 game against Andrew Bogut we brought up earlier in Hour 1. Go download the Kentucky Roll Call podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're streaming on YouTube every day. Shout out to the YouTube streamers so you can go back and watch the stream. I'm wearing my NFL Dad sweatshirt today, which I am a big fan of. But, yeah, that game, which one was I referencing?
The Villanova, Michigan State.
Yeah, going back to the Elite Eight game against Patrick Sparks. People were calling people because they went and reviewed to see if Patrick Sparks' foot was on the line.
Oh, that's so interesting.
And the Michigan State section was chanting 2, because they win the game if it's a 2.
Right.
And the Kentucky section they responded. They were like, 3, but you had no idea. And they weren't showing the replay on the Jumbotron, so people were having to call people at home. And
that was a long review.
What's CBS doing? What's their showing? And it got through the Kentucky section. They're like, I'm on the phone with my husband, and he says it's a 3. So it, like, spread, and people were like, all right, this is going to go our way. And sure enough, it did.
Something I can't stand about sports broadcasts is that whatever you show the fan base and you show on TV is entirely directed by the broadcasting company. So, like, if it's on the SEC network gets to decide if they want to show it or not. If the ACC network wants to decide they get to show it or not. We should be showing all replays.
Oh, it's just ESPN basketball coverage is infuriating.
There should never be
They missed a free throw last night. They just didn't show the free throw. Just didn't show it. I think it was Mo Diabate. And they were zoomed in on his face, and he shot a free throw, and they never showed it. And thankfully, Tom Hart, I think, knew that they weren't showing, and they were like, that one's good. What are you doing?
What were they showing?
They're just his face. Just a zoomed up of his face shooting a free throw. You had no idea if it went in or not. And with Mo Diabate, I mean, it's anybody's guess, really.
50-50 shot.
Seriously.
You never know where that ball might land.
Did you guys see the one?
Oh, my goodness, producer Matt. That was worse
than Notre Dame
than
free throw?
Yeah, that was worse than Ewan's free throw somehow.
What happened?
You would think that an air ball is the worst free throw you can have.
Oh,
right?
the one that he threw off the backboard?
Dude, it looked like he just forgot what sport he was playing.
Well, apparently they talked to Shrewsbury, and this is bad on me. I don't know that. I don't know the player's name who shot it.
Was it Tout?
Maybe.
Yeah, Tout had a rough game.
But the kid just cannot shoot free throws, so that it's basically like the situation where they've already succumbed to. Shrewsbury told him before the game, we have him bank his free throws every time because he either makes it or it's going to bounce off the rim no matter what. And this dude just threw a baseball pass at it almost, and it just ricochets off the backboard, the top of the backboard, and goes into a dead ball, so Louisville gets it. I was screaming in my room because I was like, what is going on? But apparently he was just trying to miss it on purpose, and he just screwed it up.
What do y'all got going on the 3-man front tonight, producer Matt?
We're going to talk about the
schedule,
the fan rally. Well, we are talking about the schedule, but we're going to talk about the fan rally and our reactions to that, our questions that I got to ask Benny Snell and Coach Redmond, which is a lot of fun. We're going to play some of those and get into hopefully
a near sellout.
A near sellout.
That's pretty cool.
We're going to talk about that too.
Listen, do I think the UFL is going to make it? Do I think it's ever going to compete with the NFL? I think best case scenario is it's like a farm system, a feeder league, and I think that there actually could be something there for that. But that's awesome for Louisville to nearly sell out a UFL game. Watching Lynn Bowden, watching Benny Snell, I'll be there for the season opener. I'm excited about it.
Chris Redmond said something at the fan rally that really interested me, and it was that. He said that, one, like you said, it is more of a feeder system right now, so they're wanting the players to go to the NFL, not stay, obviously.
Yeah.
But the staff gets bonuses for any player on their team that gets on an NFL roster at the end of the season.
Cool.
I love that. I think that's interesting. I think that's cool.
I got a Super Bowl fun fact for you.
And we're ready for it. Do you have any background music for Super Bowl fun facts, producer Matt?
I could have played the same one I just had.
Okay, through the first 59 Super Bowls, how many times has the coin toss landed on heads?
Tails wins more often.
It does.
Out of 59, I would say 35.
31 times it's landed on tails, 28 times on heads.
Okay, so tails never fails.
Yep.
All right, I've got a Super Bowl fun fact for you. Gatorade splits. which you can bet on what color the Gatorade's going to be after the game.
Same with the coin toss, right? Yeah.
And the link to the national anthem.
26 of the votes go on orange, 22 on purple, 15 on blue, 14, is that also orange? 12 on red, and 11% on clear color. Orange cashed in Seattle's only Super Bowl win. Keep that in mind. Patriots went blue in 2 of their last 3 Super Bowl wins. Red has never been a winning Super Bowl Gatorade color. Don't you think this inside information could get out? All right, go Bellarmine Knights. Listen to the 3-man front with producer Matt later today on Big X Sports Radio. Running with Roman and Mike Rutherford coming up next. This is Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio.